because you are the only person I've heard suggest the Bears might do that.
Yeah, if there's flowers, I'd throw them at my own feet right now. But this is 100% what they should do. And listen, I understand what everybody thinks. Caleb Williams is, he's the next greatest quarterback. He's C.J. Stroud, or he's Patrick Mahomes, or the reality is it's an inexact science. And if you know what you have in Justin Fields, you know you potentially could have a lame duck coach. If you're the organization and you have watched what happened to Mitchell Trubisky, you have watched what has happened to Justin Fields at this point, why would you go draft the first pick in the draft, throw him into a very similar, if not exact situation, and expect a different result? When you have a guy in the building that you can build around, and I'm not saying he is Alex Smith, but very similar to the Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. Allow Caleb Williams to develop, see what the game really is. How good can he be? How good can Fields be? Maybe his trade value goes way up. Because the reality is Caleb Williams is not winning a Super Bowl his first year in Chicago. Your team isn't winning it. So why don't you actually take care of Caleb Williams instead of trying to do the exact same thing you've already done and expect something differently?
How is it possible that the only person at this table who has coached in the NFL would want to put coaches into this kind of situation?
That's a terrible situation.
Like, think about it. Like, if you're talking about how to value your draft assets, and great, yes, makes sense. But I mean, that's an impossible situation you're putting your team in. It's not Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes.
How?
It is not Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, because Andy Reid's not coaching the Bears.
That's
and
the best point
no
you
offense
make.
to Matt Eberflus, but the fact of the matter is he's not. And by the way, the Chiefs that year started 5-0. Alex Smith played at an MVP level. Like, if that's all going to happen, if you're going to start 5-0 with Justin Fields and he's going to be in the MVP conversation all year, and you don't ever have to be tempted to put Caleb Williams on the field, great. But give me one other situation where it's worked.
So you're saying the organization should worry about what the fans think about how quick Caleb Williams does, as opposed to the development of the first pick in the draft that you think is going to be Andrew Luck.
One other situation where it's worked.
I think where I disagree with you is you're right. Caleb Williams may not turn out to be that great, and maybe keeping Justin Fields around would be good. But you know what I think is that you reduce the potential of Caleb Williams having success with Justin Fields there. If you want a bridge quarterback, get a bridge quarterback.
Right.
A guy who knows his responsibility is to prepare Caleb Williams and to take a bunch of hits and not be that great in order to get Caleb Williams in there. Justin Fields is not doing that. Justin Fields is trying to resurrect his career.
Right.
Justin Fields is trying to establish himself in his career. The reason why it worked with Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes is Alex Smith had been through a bunch of stuff already. Alex Smith, in many ways, was really fortunate to be in that situation.
Yeah.
That's not what you're going to get from Justin Fields, a guy who won a Heisman Trophy, was a top pick, and is still trying to convince everybody.
Yeah, what you're going to get is you're going to get Caleb Williams with the same situation that Justin Fields went through and Mitchell Trubisky went through. Hey, good luck, boys. Hey, go out there. Eberflus, start 1-4 and see how that turns out. So you want to know the organization? So if you're the organization, start 1-4 with Caleb Williams taking 15 sacks in those first 4 games, and then tell me about it.
So of all your ideas, and I love you, this is your worst one.
I completely
listen
disagree.
to what Nick just said.
I did.
If you want Caleb Williams to sit, go sign Gardner Minshew or Andy Dalton.
Why?
Yes.
So that they can play and he can sit and learn.
That's the Kurt Warner, Eli Manning setup, and it would be perfect.
What also happens when you bring in a guy like that, when you force them to split practice with Caleb Williams, they're all right with it.
Okay.
When you're going to try to force Justin Fields to split practice time, and Justin Fields and Caleb Williams are not the same.
Agreed.
The offense that you will have to institute for both of them will be very different. Yeah. Go get a guy who is a poor man's version of Caleb Williams and allow him to take those hits while Caleb is working to learn the offense, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields ain't that guy, because we saw last year, Justin Fields, their best offense was more zone read style, like depend more.
But they're bringing Waldron in now to change that. So it will be a different look for both what Justin Fields. But here's my thing with that.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. You're trying to coach 2 different looks at the same time. You're not helping anybody.
No, because his offense, if he runs Waldron, it will not look like what they just ran last year. Right. So whether it's Justin Fields or whether it's Caleb Williams, they will have an offensive system put in place. No different than what Green Bay did with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. You have a system, and then when that quarterback comes in, and I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers comparing to the two. But what I am saying is you can keep 2 players on the roster.
I don't disagree with you.
Nobody cares about being friends, and nobody cares about how it's going to feel or impact the quarterback coach.
The difference in style between Love and Rodgers is negligible. The difference in style between Caleb Williams and Justin Fields is different. It's very different. The things that you have to be good at offensively for Justin Fields to be good are not the same things that you need for Caleb Williams. So you are getting much better at things that don't matter.
So run your offense the way you want to run your offense, but you can still protect what you do. What y'all are telling me is we completely trust the Bears to take the first pick in the draft. Yes, you do. Yes, you are. Because that's what we're going to go put that guy in that situation, or we'll go get.
I'm saying that I don't trust the Bears, so make it as easy for them as possible. Don't make it harder by bringing in a whole nother.
Because it's going to split your locker room.
I feel like,
come on, man.
It's not about splitting the locker room.
We've had a lot of disagreement in here.
Shefty knows what's up.
We've had a lot of debate in this morning. It's gotten a little nasty.